cats and the dongle, that'll do it.
That sounds inappropriate. You shouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Shere
just a
Khan.
tip.
Oh God. Is that better, JJ? Is that better, guys? Sorry, my cat was messing
Yeah, I
with
can
my.
hear it now.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, my cat's messed with my dongle, so it reset itself. Thank you for letting me know. So 11 points of bludgeoning damage to cultist 13. He's looking a little beat up right now. And he turns back to you after you cold clock him, and he is scowling, as we decided last time and realize you can see their mouth and their eyes. And he begins to mouth something at you, but the words are unknown.
Guess I'll just assume it's about how he was a pussy and he wants to get killed and pushed into a fire.
That's exactly what it was. It was either that, or do you have a moment to speak about our Lord and Savior, the dragon we are trying to summon?
Oh, yeah. We thought of converting to white dragonism.
Yes. There's no time like the present.
Mm-hmm.
Any further movements or
That'll be
anything?
mine.
Beautiful. Okay, that brings us to Cultist 28, who is restrained forever. He is going to try and fight back with disadvantage. Doop. He makes a scimitar attack. Oh my gosh, I hate that they moved everything around. So the buttons are, I'm so used to autopilot double clicking for the attacks and stuff, and it just opened up to tell me what a scimitar is. And with a 6, you don't hear it, but the sound he makes is a ha, because he's not able to do shit. Okay, Cultist 13 is no longer grappled. Correct, because you pushed him into it and released your grapple, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. He is going to target you. Again, soundless moving mouth. And he swings at you. And as you shake your head, knowing that you're going to beat the hell out of him, you move out of the way, just ever so casually, as he swings and misses. Let's see.
Is the Cultist 13 on fire?
No. With the dex save, he avoided getting caught on fire, but he did take some damage. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. None of them can hear. He knows that, so I think he is going to... He is going to cast Tasha's Hideous Laughter. Let me make sure. Okay, so let's do this. What was that?
Is that inspired by Daniel's laugh in the background?
No, the timing was just perfect.
He's gonna cast a
I just cupped myself so bad. Let's see. Effects. Okay. So he does not go prone and collapse to the floor in a fit of laughter that you cannot hear. But you watch as he kind of doubles over, dagger still in hand, as he begins to silently lose his mind. Beautiful. So
He cast Heartburn.
Oh god, that's the worst. I feel like at age, like, once you hit your 30s, the DC for that is like quadrupled. Like you can't save. Alright, so he is now incapacitated. Let me put that on there for him. Make sure. That is going to bring us, and he's going to back up actually. And you see this little dwarf man. Do you resist as he tries to walk behind you, Sin?
No, I'm just gonna, just go out of the way and be like, oh, okay.
Yeah. And he says nothing to you. He just kind of pushes past. Kitty! Alright, that brings us to Cultist 24.
By the way, were you planning to be showing Fantasy Grounds on your stream or is it going to be Discord? Just wanted to make sure. Just
Shit. On my stream or here in channel?
Twitch stream.
So I've got the. I should put on the bigger one. I had it up in the little corner, so where it was.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Yes. This actually makes it better. Thank you for that. Cultist 24 runs towards the circle. And is going to raise the blade of his scimitar and swipe it.
Can I have an attack of opportunity?
Absolutely.
I'm a smack. Can I grapple as an attack of opportunity?
I don't believe
You already
so.
have someone grappled. Your cultist 2 grappled.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm gonna smack
you
that
for that.
fucker.
Okay.
I don't know why it rolled
super
that
dead.
many.
I
Wow.
don't know, but
Just did like a 4-hit combo.
all 4 of those miss, unfortunately. So who all do you have
Yeah, I
targeted?
would inspo that.
Okay.
Oh, it's because you have 2 people target. Yeah.
Oh, who the fuck do I have targeted?
I think you fixed it now, but I think you had both cultists.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna try again.
Why do you have? Doop-a-doop-a-doo.
Reckless, probably.
Okay. That would make sense. That is a hit. Beautiful. Let me do.
Did more damage than your roll to hit.
Yeah, she did. That's.
I
pretty
would have
fucking
hit
tasty.
him at this block, the one that's in front of me, because I don't think I have that long of a reach. I have 10 feet reach, but not 15.
Yeah, that's a shit ton of damage. As you hit him, you knock him to the ground, and he is now prone. I did not mean to take that off. He is going to use his movement to crawl into the circle. And you watch as he sits up, bringing the blade of his scimitar to his throat. And his eyes lock with yours, and he smiles as he runs the blade across his throat. Beautiful. Let me make a note of this. Okay. As the stream of blood begins to pour forth from this fresh wound in his neck, you watch his body collapse and begin to convulse slightly. The runes of the circle seem to begin the process of absorbing the blood as quickly as it spills. It's not completely absorbed, but it is absorbing it. And the glow from those runes begins to intensify, and it fans out, intensifying first where the blood is spilling closest to where you are, Grace, and kind of goes around the border, each rune growing a little bit brighter. That takes him out and brings us to cultist 30, who is no longer restrained. Let me get rid of that. Let's see. As the previous cultist takes his own life in the circle, You watch Billy as Cultist 30 begins to charge towards the circle and then stops. And he turns back to you, a big smile on his face, and he is going to rush back over and attack you. If he can target. With a 17, that misses. That brings us to Sin with Cultist 2, who is grappled, and then Grace.
Sweet. So the guy is like, he's behind me. Is he like gone, or is he just like hiding behind me?
So what you can tell, if you're looking behind you, he's there, but it appears that he is like on the verge of it's he's on the, don't drop the soap, god damn it. It appears that he's on the verge of noping out, but he hasn't quite left. Once he got behind you, his steps have kind of slowed.
Oh, I see. That's worrying. I think everyone's pretty much got this. So I'm gonna. Can I really quick notice like the child's okay, right? The child's fine. Nothing like looks off about them, because you know they were just in the middle of a ritual. So.
From what you can see, just looking, if you're wanting to like go over and do a check on her, you can do a medicine check. But from
I think I'm gonna actually go ahead and do that, or like do some kind of magic to see like what in the world is going on. If I can tell anything about what's gonna happen with all that.
With the child, or what's taking place? Okay, with the ritual circle.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me either Arcana or Insight.
All right. Yeah, I got no idea.
Something's going on, and whatever it is worth killing yourself over, I guess.
Ooh. Oh, that's not good. I can still like make an action, yeah?
Absolutely.
Awesome. I'm just gonna bell the guy that's right there.
Do it.
I haven't targeted, yeah?
Yes, you do.
Okay, great. Thank you.
And do you have the combat tracker up?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Ooh, with a natural 1, he fails.
So it's D12 because it's her, right? Or is he not?
That one is.
Okay, sweet.
Nice damage.
Nice.
And that's to Cultist 2, who is grappled. Okay. So your bell once again appears, and you watch as he struggles to raise his hand to his ears, as Grace has him in a tight, warm bear hug. And you hear the break in the chanting that is continued from him, as he's the only one outside of the silence, as he begins to scream in pain.
All right, that's pretty good. Actually, you know, I'm gonna also let the rope loose real quick as a bonus action, just on the off chance something comes out of that center portal.
Beautiful. Okay. So you're like pulling it out is what you mean? Or having it ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just pulling it out, getting her ready to start moving. See if I can do anything.
Beautiful. And I thought I had it on here. Let me get another token for that really quick.
You're using Roper?
Yeah, but I don't see him on there, so we're just going to bring a new one. Unless... Nope. There we go. So here's your Roper. You should be able to access and move that. Any movement or anything
Sweet.
for your turn, Sin?
I wanted to start making him move towards the center there.
Okay, let me double check the
Like,
verbiage on that.
And as soon as he gets towards the center, I want him to start wrapping around it. Like around the very, you know, just... I think you have an idea what I mean.
Beautiful, and that's 60 feet. So do you want it to move the full 60?
Oh yeah, definitely. As far as I can to start preparing just on the off chance something comes out of there.
So right there?
Yeah, it's about there.
Beautiful. So I'm going to do, that's 25 feet from where you are. That is good to go. Beautiful. And you're ending your turn there. No movement.
Yeah, and, I'm just gonna move it just a little bit there, just on the off chance he wants to come back, and I'm just gonna give him a look like, really?
Okay. I just imagine him like peekabooing between your legs and like blasting a spell and then dipping back out.
Hey, you know, that's something.
Alright, that brings us to this cultist here. Let me double check this. Why is everything so slow on my end? Okay, so cultist 2, still grappled by Grace, is going to unsheath his scimitar. And are you hugging him like face to face, or are you nut to butt?
Not the butt.
Nut to butt, okay. So Matt's face when I said that, sorry. So he is going to kind of thrust it behind him as he attacks you. With a 19, you feel the penetration of his blade as you absorb some of that from your temporary HP.
I shifted. It shouldn't be advantage.
Okay, then let me undo that damage. Hold on.
Unless I need to shift again.
No, because it's good for an
It
hour,
still has
right?
it on here.
Yeah, because it's good for an hour?
No, it's like a minute.
Oh, why did I think it was an hour? Okay.
I'm not quite sure.
Okay. Rolling normally, he did, or without the advantage, it is an 18, which unfortunately does still hit, so I'm not going to touch the damage that it did. A lot of it was absorbed by the temporary HP that you had.
Nice.
Yes, that temporary HP, that was from Aid, right? From Sin?
Yeah.
Yep.
I love Aid. And he is going to, through the pain, continue to chant again. That brings us to Grace.
I'ma just attack him with a fence pole. I guess I need to ungrapple him.
Okay.
Technically think so.
Do
I
it or
don't need
not.
to, or do I need? I have
think
no
you need
idea.
to.
No, there's no. Essentially, you just hold him with one hand and stab him with the fence pole with the other one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll totally do that. That's totally doable, I think.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if it worked for your attack of opportunity, it should work here too.
I will take.
That is a hit.
Dirty Brenda.
Slutty Brenda.
Oh, that's so sad.
Damn, that 15 though, that plus 14 is fucking wild. Is that with your great weapon mastery though?
Yeah,
Damn.
and with also reckless.
Damn, that is nice.
Yeah.
We got a she-John here, guys. What's Janice? Johnita? I don't know.
I like that Grace came first, but John is still the verb.
Very, very nice. And that applied to him. No, it did not. Somebody manually apply that. That interrupts his chanting once more. He begins to go slightly limp in your arms, Grace, as he struggles to regain his footing, and is almost, not completely, but almost dead weight in your arms at this point.
Grace will start like patting his head, like, just go to sleep. It'll be fine. Just sleep. It'll be fine.
The amount of condensation in there is wild. Anything else for you, Grace?
Nope, that's it.
All right, see. Hi, Worm Caller. It's a wisdom save. What is your DC, Chronometon?
Need to double check, but I believe 15.
Okay. With a 19.
You said worm call? Worm collar? Oh,
Yes.
what was the incapacitated?
Oh wait, no,
from?
that's not yours. You did web. Sorry, you did that in the Phantasmal Force. That is Rendolph's. My apologies. I'm not used to shadow boxing casters when the player's not here.
Fair.
They're usually melee. Let me double check his DC. So 13, 15. Okay, with a 19, he is no longer incapacitated as he breaks free from Tasha's hideous laughter and the effects it has on him. That ends his turn. Let me clear that off. He is still restrained forever.
Yeah, Prilosec on him.
Gooed up and quiet.
Yeah, but it's like coagulated, almost like crusty goo. I don't like it. The Winter Wolf.
Like covered with special sock sauce.
Ew. Let me double check the verbiage on this real quick for your Phantasmal Force, because I believe he would probably just try and run out and panic.
He has to,
do.
yeah, he has to treat it like it's real, and he can make an intelligence check.
Yep.
To verify whether or not it's real as an action.
Yeah,
So with him
he has to
being,
do an investigation, I think.
so I want to make sure you guys think this is fair and makes sense. With him being an animal, being bestial, I feel like in a situation like that, panic would take over and he would just try and book it rather than saying, is this real or not being a super intelligent being, and would kind of just book it to try and get to safety. If he thought the ground beneath him was going to swallow him up. Does that make sense?
Definitely makes sense, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I don't want to cuck you guys. I don't want to make him bigger. So he is going to use his full movement speed.
So would it just be like a check against the DC in that case for it to try and break out of the quicksand stuff then?
Because it's not really quicksand, because it's an illusion of it. So this is my line of thinking. It's an illusion. So, I mean, you roll your damage because he's starting his turn anyway, and he'd failed the initial save to know it wasn't real. So he's going to take that damage anyway. But because he's not going to use his turn to investigate and have that calm, cool, collected, is this real? Is this actually danger? Because he's going to kind of go back to that innate, fight or flight. And I can't think of any animal that would try and fight a sinking hole of quicksand rather than trying to escape. So he's not going to do the intelligence check. He's going to try and flee.
Well, so in that case,
Can they flee from a mental attack?
Right, it depends on whether or not he believes he's being stuck or not.
That makes
Like,
sense. Okay.
If he thinks he's being sucked into the quicksand, then I would agree. It'd be like he'd have to make some sort of check to see if he could break free from the quicksand.
I see what you're saying. Okay.
But didn't he, wasn't the spell specifically said he is in quicksand already? Like, he can't escape quicksand, can he?
Let me double check the verbiage.
But, if by instinct the animal will be running, which is completely reasonable, quicksand that's not how quicksand works.
So I think in this case it would be that its legs would move slower because it already thinks that it's in it, and so that might affect how it instinctually runs, maybe.
That makes sense. We will have him, because I don't want to meta it and have him do an intelligence check, because I think again it's very animalistic to just go to that fight or flight. So I'm gonna have him make a dexterity saving throw to see if he thinks he can get out of it. Does that make sense? Does that sound? Because I don't want it to be meta and have an unintelligent animal do an intelligence check. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what is you said your DC is 15?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna do a dexterity saving throw for him. Okay. His modifier is a +1. That is a 19. But what we're going to do is we are going to quarter the movement because, like you guys said, quicksand would not function in a way that he would be able to move out quickly. Does that sound fair and like reasonable for you guys?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So he is going to slowly drag himself out. And we're just going to move him to 10 feet. And then he's probably going to use the next turn to rush further to the other side, and that'll make things interesting there. That brings us to the top of the round with Wyatt, who is going to once again attack this cultist.
Oh, I forgot to do the damage. Sorry.
Oh, yes.
I'm going to roll that
no,
real
no,
quick.
No, you're good. Yes, please do. Okay, let me get that applied real quick. Oh, it's already on there. Perfect. So he is going to once again use his greatsword with advantage. Why is this not? You know what? I'm gonna be a pain in my dick fantasy grounds. Okay.
Yeah.
With a 21. That actually let me crit fish for him. Oh, now it wants to go. Okay. That is a hit. There we go. And this cultist, his body goes limp as he doubles over, dead in the viscous glob. Let me take him off. That brings us to Owl and Chronometon with Billy on deck.
Let's see. And I'm going to try looking at this one other spell then, see how this one works, because it's another one I wanted to try. Okay, perfect. Wanted to make sure it restrains in the same turn that I cast it. So I'm going to cast Maximilian's Earthen Grasp.
Ooh, I like that one.
And Coldest 30 is not restrained right now, right?
I don't believe so. Let me double check. No.
Okay. Because I don't need anybody trying to kill themselves inside of that circle. And at least the wolf probably doesn't seem smart enough to do that.
No.
So I'm going to cast it and have the hand come up from below Cultist 30. Just break through the tile a little bit and try to restrain him, hopefully.
Under 30. Okay. Beautiful. Oh, that's not what I wanted.
You turn him into a handkerchief.
Yes. Put a little boogie in it. Oh my gosh.
This
Fantasy
is
grounds
true
is being
power of magic.
real laggy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so...
I feel
I
like
need to
every
save
time
here.
they update, it's just getting worse.
Yeah. But it's fun. That is a failure on his part. So what does your Earthen Grasp look like as this hand plunges up from beneath him?
Since it's usually kind of focused on practicalities, it's probably going to be a very primitive looking hand, more of just a series of like rectangular fingers that come out and kind of grasp from the waist to try and get the most leverage out of it and be squeezing from like that point downward to hopefully disable his legs in the future too.
All right, grabbing from the waist down. Gotcha.
Yeah, you know how it is.
Sometimes it'd be
Grace
like
knows how
that.
it is.
Grace
So
definitely
if the
knows.
hand were to wave, will he be a waving arm tube man?
Oh my gosh. It's not yellow.
What you don't see is that there's just like a giant person below the ground right now. It's literally just his hand.
You guys are in Sesame Street. Okay.
And
so
that's bludgeoning damage, yeah.
beautiful. I'll make sure
Oh, magical.
that-
Interesting.
Yes. All right. So that is already applied. Beautiful. And they're restrained, correct?
Yeah.
Let me make sure that applied. It did not, so let me put that on there.
So to break out, they can use their action to make a strength check against my spell save DC.
Perfect. Alright. That will any movement or anything?
No, I'm gonna stay just kind of protecting the kid. I might try and like lean back a little bit and continue rolling them
You
further,
know what I
just to
just
get out of sight.
realized though? You are in the silence.
Oh, that is true. I'm gonna have to get out first.
So you would moved
So-
out to cast and then back in?
I'll probably just stay out in that case. So I'll just
Okay.
roll the kid even further behind.
Perfect. Perfect.
Thankfully, I still had movement last turn, so that we can just say that I did that to cast the Phantasmal Force.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You're keeping me on my toes. I appreciate it. What was that?
Kind of push him with your foot.
You're
yeah.
not the favorite, just kicking him out.
Good.
I'm gently rolling him. I'm making sure he doesn't stay on his face or something while he's on the ground. And
You want George Floyd him.
Oh my god. Point of
He'll be all right.
attention, you're maxed, okay. That
then I am
brings
going to have the owl just kind of harass people. So I think
Okay.
you're fighting cultist 13, so
advantage
oops,
to Billy.
I got him right under.
Okay.
So owl's gone forever under cultist 13.
You know what? He saw what that hand was doing. Well, wrong
That is fair.
cultist, that's 30, but he was hoping if he got under the other one. I don't know. That's just a stretch.
It's trying to do the same. Trying to also go for the lower half.
Below the waist. Alright, that brings us to Billy, and you will have advantage as the owl is doing gropey things under Cultist 13.
Mm-hmm. Alright. You grab his dick and I'll punch him in the face.
Twist. Oh, natural
Oh.
20 and a dirty 20. Oh, that feels
29.
good. That's a miss. I'm just kidding.
Oh, bummer.
Go ahead. Target and roll damage. I'm just going to run to the bathroom real quick.
Weird. Why didn't it roll crit damage?
I don't know. Go ahead and roll damage again. We'll take the better of the two, and then modify with our in-house or house rules.
Alright.
That's what, a 20 then, adding the
Yeah, 20.
max dice.
20 damage?
Yeah.
Damn, y'all are out here clapping cheeks.
Nice.
Below the waist.
I think. Oh God, we're not having a. Oh, that was my Monday group. They
Lower
literally, they pantsed a dwarf, and then uppercut him, and then like in the crotch, and critted on it, and they were like, we're just gonna bust his balls literally. So, Cultist 13. Billy, how would you like to do this?
Well, I guess as the owl goes for the lower cheeks, I'll just grab him by the upper cheeks and just punch him like several times. He's gets that progressively, like every punch goes in, he's just more and more like bruised and swollen.
Swollen. I love it. Very cartoony. I pictured the whole face just like blown
Yeah.
up.
Yeah,
He's got the Hollywood lips now.
yeah, it's just all red and shit, and then just drop him.
And that motherfucker is dead. Okay. That brings us to the unnamed hero. Oh, any movement or anything, Billy?
No.
Okay. That brings us to Renov. And let's see.
It's or whatever. No, I think he did introduce himself.
He is going to, I think, drop concentration, seeing that the worm collar is no longer Charlie Chaplin movie laughing. And he is going to cast Crown of Madness. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. We'll see if this takes hold.
Wyatt.
Can you imagine PvP between the two that are not here anymore?
That would be
I'm going to delete
one
the
hell of a
token for
next.
the quicksand, by the way.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. So, well, actually, would that matter? Would he be able? Because No, I don't think he would actually do that because he would need to be able to. So it doesn't say that the commands that need to be verbally. So yeah, we'll do that. So you guys would see this like twisted crown of thorns almost, but it's got like inky bits and tendrils that kind of like flail out from every direction as it sinks down around the helm of the worm collar and tightens. You can actually see the metal kind of warp from the tightening of the crown as a deep purple glow begins to emit from his eyes. That is going to bring us.
Very passionate move.
Yeah, it's hot. I see what you did there. It took me a second. God damn it. Okay. So Cultist 30 is going to try and break free from the hand, and you said that's a strength save against your DC 15. Okay, it didn't show on the table, but that was a 4, so he does not succeed. That brings us to Sen with Cultist 2.
Sweet. I'm gonna hopefully finish him off.
Phrasing.
Thank you.
That is a success on his part. So as you summon forth your bell again, it's almost as if he was ready for it. He sees the materialization of the bell and braces himself. Do they take half damage on that?
I think they just avoid it, yeah?
Just let me double check.
I think so.
I don't think they do. Most
Nope.
cantrips don't do half damage.
Okay. Good to know. Thank you. Any movement or anything with your rope?
Yeah, I was just about to say, I want my rope to start, like, circling around the perimeter of that little incantation circle.
Okay. And it does. So what we'll do here... and just, like, the whole perimeter?
Yeah.
Dorito, I apologize if I don't know if you can see the green on green in this or not. Is there a color that would be better for you, by the way?
Are you talking about the drawing? I can see the difference for that.
Okay, cool. Okay.
Any take on a red velvety hue?
No one can get in here if you're not on the list.
The VIP zone?
Yes.
The transparency difference helps in this case for me.
Okay, cool. And if there's ever a color, like if there is a color that would work better for you, let me know because I can swap out the colors as need be. I can't like make one color and the another one. Like I can't do 2 separate colors, but if there's a color that's better in general, we can swap to that. That brings us to Cultist 2, who is going to once again ask you for your support grace. Let me re-roll that. That is doing that automatically. The dirty hit 20 would have hit, but I don't know which it actually would have been. And a 16, that does hit?
I think so, yes.
Okay. And you take 4 points of slashing damage.
That's 2.
That is fucking wild. Did it already automatically?
It's really
okay.
nice.
It is.
I changed it. It doesn't always do.
Thank you. Yeah, Fantasy Grounds, I love this program, but I hate the updates that it does and how much of it. I need to start looking to see what it is that they change every time, but it's so often. Grace.
Grace is gonna look at poor cultist number 2 and give him a good old fence pole hug.
You gotta hug him with your friend pole.
Yo, Best friend. Why?
Well,
Why?
hold on. Let me double check because I think.
Did I swear to God, I only have him.
Is it removing the targets after? No, it's not. Okay, cool. Go ahead and
I-
roll.
Again, I guess?
Let me see. No, both of those hit.
I'll take it.
Yes. Grace, how would you like to do this?
It's just a big hug between the pole and Grace, and it's just kind of snapping his back and then dropping him on the ground peacefully. See, sleeping is good for you. Shh, it's fine. And Grace is going to rush towards Cultist 30 to make him into one of those waving arm tube. Okay, yeah, I'm right here.
Okay. Breaking his back with your big pole. God damn it.
That's how I do.
Beautiful. So, with him being charmed, and let me double check the verbiage on this because.
Kind of madness, don't you have to roll that table?
I don't think so.
Oh,
Basically,
no.
like you can like mentally command it to do something. And I just want to make sure that what I'm going to have him do is within the realms. Like, obviously, he's not going to hurt
Charmed
himself.
target
But
must use. It says the charmed target must use its action before moving on each of its turns to make a melee attack against a creature other than itself that you choose mentally.
So what I'm going to do is, and I don't even know if this is really like in the realm of what would be workable. I was going to have him make the cultist do a thrown weapon attack, because that's not technically melee, but he can't really do anything else. But he also
It does
won't be able
specifically
to.
say the target can act normally on its turn if you choose no creature or if none other are within its reach.
All right, we're going to have him throw a dagger. We're going to go for the wolf. Okay, that's a miss, but he no longer has a dagger. Doop-a-doop-a-doo, and that's going to end his turn.
Wolf's then fetch the dagger and return it to him.
Yes, they're playing fetch now. The winter wolf is going to doop-a-doop-a-doo, and you dropped concentration, so he's just going to he's going to be running towards over here. He can't hear anybody calling him back because they're either dead or silenced. So, as the battle continues and the wolf begins to run towards the exit, the only exit that you guys can see here, there's a bright flash of icy blue light that shoots up from the center of this circle that the cultist has killed himself in. The circle begins to kind of pulse a bit as the runes around the circle begin to rise up around the light that shot up from the center. And there's a slight vibration that begins to rumble through the floor of this cavern. As quickly as it starts, it intensifies. As it is intensifying, I need everybody within 10 feet of it, so doop-a-doop-a-doo. That would be Grace, Wyatt. Let's see how close he. 5, 10. Unfortunately, Abigail will have to make one as well. Okay, so Grace and Wyatt I need dexterity saving throws from the two of you. You would both see that Cultist 30, while he cannot be heard, begins to laugh. 7, okay. It's totally Taylor Swift. How did you know?
Oh, because it had the rope around it.
Oh my god. God damn it. Oh, and then I need to roll for Wyatt. That's right. Sorry, I was like, wait, I only saw one set of dice. But that is
Just
me. Okay. Grace. Wyatt saves with a 21. But as these runes begin to rise from the ground, they quickly burst out within 10 feet of the circle itself. You take no damage, but you are knocked prone. I need to roll for the cultist as well. And with a natural 1, he is prone as well. Let me put that on his sheet. Put that on yours and his. Beautiful. As this happens, all of you hear a rumbling. It had started with the tremors beneath your feet, but now it sounds as if there is movement coming from above you within the mountain itself. That brings us to the top of the round with Wyatt. I feel like with all of this going on, let's see, one of two things. He can't really call out, so he is going to fly forward and attack the high worm collar. He's got advantage. Okay, and with a 25, that hits. As the high cultist takes 17 points of damage. Make sure that applied. Beautiful. That brings us to Chronometon with Billy on deck. So,
I'm gonna.
you guys have all seen this emission and bursting of light. You've all felt the ground tremble. And I guess you guys within the circle would not hear the rumbling, but you would feel it, at least from the ground.
So I'm gonna reuse Maximilian's Earthen Grasp. I'm just gonna maintain the one that's currently out and continue to squeeze on Cultist 30, not 13.
Okay.
So it has to make another strength saving throw. This doesn't affect whether it's grappled or not, but it'll at least handle damage.
That is a success on his part.
So in this case, it's just going to be half of whatever I roll.
Okay. So 5 half. 2 to him. Okay. Why is this? Okay, so 2 points of the bludgeoning magic damage.
And then I think for the rest of it, I'm going to be trying to. Does it seem like the wolf was just running away, you said, or is it that it's trying to go to attack somebody?
As of right now, it looks like it's trying to leave.
Okay. So then I'm at least going to slightly move out of my cubby and drag the boy along.
Okay.
And I don't believe I have much movement, especially if I'm doing half movement here, so probably gonna make it to about here. If you think that's fair.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thankfully, now that the spell's already up, I don't have to worry about silence to reuse it.
Yes. Yeah, it's already there and that grip is maintained.
It's grippy.
real grippy. Like a psych ward sack. Anything else for your turn?
No.
Nope, that should be it.
Alright, that brings us to Billy.
Well, I guess I'll turn around and punch this guy.
Okay. And you do have advantage. That's you
That
and
was
your
weird.
Brendas. That's a
Totally
hit.
Noise.
Oh, because I was targeting myself. So
Oh,
hate
well.
when it
It's still a hit.
bluff.
But you know what? It's better than nothing.
I
Even if only
suppose.
slightly.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
And then
this-
I am gonna move
Mhm.
this way and pick up these two short stuffs.
Okay. Give me a quick perception as you make your way over there. And at this point, you are able to hear like the rumbling and crumbling coming from above. Okay.
Because I'm out of the circle now.
Yes. So they are dwarves, little short half squats. Their clothing appears to be tattered and torn and kind of ripped apart in different areas, and they look very much worse for wear. Through the remnants of the shredded vest, you see what looks to be a very familiar sigil of the two pickaxes crossed over a rock.
I'm guessing they look at least somewhat similar to Gundren.
Yes, they do. The familial
Okay.
resemblance is there. Alright, so you are picking them
Good,
up.
good. Hoisting them up.
Beautiful. Alright. So he, I think at this point, let's see. Okay, with a natural 1, this is fine. Everything is fine. Seeing that the boss is a little fucked up, realizing that he is unable to do much of anything, he is going to drop concentration. Nope, that is. Let me double check this. Sorry, guys. I want to make sure that I'm doing this correctly. And still
No worries.
try to.
Take your time.
What is it? 30 feet. So let's see how far. Okay. So, Grace, in your mind, you hear a gravelly, unfamiliar voice. It kind of makes the inside of your head itch, as it sounds like two rocks rubbing against one another to form words. And I'm going to shoot you a message of what you hear. Beautiful. And that is good. Okay, perfect. Okay.
Am I the only one that hears it?
Yes.
Okay, I look around and I'm like, fuck, I can't talk in the silence. Why can't I hear something? What the fuck?
That is going to end his turn, bringing us to Cultist 30, who is going to Yeah, he's going to try and break free with the rumbling and grumbling that is taking place. That's a natural one, so he just lives here now. That brings us to Sin with Grace on deck.
Sweet. Can I tell what this wolf is gonna do next? Like, try to read him at all? What he's looking at?
Go ahead and roll insight.
Sweet.
Okay. It appears that he is making his way for the exit. So it appeared that way initially. But as he came running towards you, the ears were kind of back. He looked angry, but more scared. With the ground beginning to tremble and quake beneath you guys. And the tremors not slowing down at all. His ears have gone back even further, and he begins to pick up speed. And it looks like he's wanting to get out. But you know that there is a body and a half in the way too.
Oh, you mean like me and the other guy, yeah? Not.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How feasible do you think it would be to like try to grab onto the guy and pull him out of the way so we don't both get run over?
I think he would resist. You can do a contested strength check or a contested athletics.
I'm not really strong, but I'll try to do it if I just see this giant guy coming and be like, yeah, let's move out of the way. So
Okay.
it would just be, I don't have any bonus, so I just roll a normal
All right,
athletics.
yeah.
Okay.
Damn.
So, he surprisingly rolled well, considering he has a -2 to this modifier.
Fuck.
As you go to reach for him, and again, the way I'm picturing this in my head is great.
Yeah, look.
This is a
Oh,
dwarf.
no.
He's very, very stout and looks like he would be quite sturdy. And he braces himself. You see his eyes narrow as he feels you grab onto him. And as he goes to pull back and put up a fight, you have no problem picking him up and pulling him out of the
I'm
way.
just like trying to grab him by like the back of his shirt, like right where the neck is, and just like, come on, we gotta
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, so essentially what happens is he's trying to like turn away and like stop you, but you lift him up by the back of the shirt as his little feet kind of dangle in the air as he's trying to run.
Perfect. Want to try to like pull us towards the girl, just so like we're all like three huddled up together,
Okay.
Just like trying to get us all away, like somewhere
Beautiful.
safe, relatively.
Okay, and that will half your movement speed.
Awesome.
Beautiful. So
Wait, so I am able to move us towards?
Yeah. So you would have.
Sweet.
Yeah. So right about here is where you would end, because you would have had to move 5 feet to get him.
Right,
you'd be able
right.
to move there to get out of the way. Okay. That will bring us to.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Oh wait, real question. The rope that's like all the way around that little symbol in the center, right?
Correct.
Or is it just okay? Great. Just wanted to make sure that was ready.
Yes, it is ready.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. So, and to kind of set the scene and reminder for myself as well as you guys, the ground is trembling. It's not like shaking the whole cavern that you guys are in, but it is very much obvious. And those of you outside of the silence can hear the rumblings coming from above. The circle that they had been doing this ritual in is lit. The runes have come up, and they had kind of splashed out. So there's an arcanic glow, kind of, and I'm going to do another circle here because we don't have enough on here. Oh, come on, Fantasy Grounds. There we go. So, like, right in this area, there's that bright, icy blue light, and then there's almost like a beacon of that bright, icy blue coloration that goes up into the top of the cavern, almost creating a beacon of sorts. Are you still maintaining concentration on the silence?
I'm gonna try. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay. Billy, you've got those two. Chronometon, you have the boy. She is still down. Okay. that will bring us to Grace.
I'm a smack fucking cultist 30. Okay, so if Billy is holding two guys, is his movement gonna slow down even more, or is it still half movement?
It'll still be halved. Because they're
Okay, cool.
They're,
So it's not
two
like
people, but they're dwarves, so
So they only count as one person. Got it.
I was gonna make a joke, but I forgot I'm streaming, so I'm just gonna put it in our chat and then just
Oh
not share
shit!
my
I'm
screen.
sorry.
No, you're
Oops.
good. You're good. No, you're good. I don't think you said anything wrong, but what I was about to say would have been very wrong.
Okay, cool. I'm a smack cultist 30, just because I can and I have lots of movement. Schmack.
That's a hit.
Schmack.
Grace, how would you like to do this?
Oh, it's a very. It's just like a smack right to the head, trying to make his arm wave like the inflatable tube man's. Yes, I am obsessed, and that's what I'm doing.
I'm allowing it, but the coloration is yellow.
The grasp is like on his hips, right?
Yeah.
So he would never literally fall. He would just keep kind of waving up. It's just gonna be that, and then I'm gonna.
And then you're gonna leave? Okay.
I'm pick up the girl, and then I guess wait till the wolf goes. Yeah, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna pick up the girl though. Wait, I get up because I was prone. So this would be my full movement. I pick up the girl.
Yes. Beautiful. Okay, that brings us to this guy. He had dropped concentration, and he has no dagger, so he is going to try and make an unarmed strike at Wyatt. Failing miserably. So as he's like stuck to the ground, the goo is just completely calcified at this point. It's not even like sticky or coagulated. It is just crusty and musty. And he goes to lean forward to swing, completely misses. It's quite comical. That brings us to the wolf, who is going to continue running out of here. That brings us to this section. This is going to be so much fun. And what we're going to do, we're going to end this round and take a quick break so I can run to the bathroom and refill my drink. And then we're going to pick up in I guess technically phase 3, because we had the IF methods.
Luckily, you can't.
Oh, that looks like fun.
And he's not actually in the room. He's going to be above you guys, but yeah.
So you can't.
Oh, damn it.
Rope. He's just stuck there.
He's just stuck in the rope.
Wait, so would it be safer just to stay in here?
He might be able to breathe stuff in here.
Yeah.
I kind of suspect this place is collapsing.
That's what's going to be happening above the table, yes. But I just had him on here so that I would remember to, like, when it came time to be his turn, that I would remember, because I have my combat tracker set up to skip people that are hidden or dead. So it skips over him automatically. So when it came time to be his turn, I didn't want to forget that it was his turn because he wasn't on the tracker. Okay. There is a great rumbling that reverberates from up above you and all the way down into the base of the mountain. I need dexterity saving throws from all of you guys, please. And Chronometon and Wyatt are in the circle. The rest of you guys would hear what sounds like an eruption of stone.
Ugh.
Okay, better. Okay. So we have 9, 13, 16. I should roll for Wyatt. And Let me do these real quick. Okay, saved. Oh, he is going to use Inspo. Okay, beautiful. Okay. So we have one with a 9. Okay. With this sound of an explosion or a crash of sorts, bits of earth and stone start to begin to break loose from the ceiling above. Do this. And then he automatically fails, so he's going to take all of that. Sin. As you have moved yourself and Rendolph over to be close to Abigail and out of the way of the wolf that was charging towards the exit of this tunnel, you fail to be fully aware of your surroundings as a large chunk of earth and stone falls on top of you. You take 6 points of bludgeoning damage and are knocked prone.
Sweet.
Yay! I'm gonna put that on there, make you prone. And then put that damage on him as well. You guys hear a sound that is unfamiliar to all of you. It is loud and shrill, but powerful, bestial, coupled with the sounds of what can only be compared to flapping of large wings, as there's another quake in the earth above and beneath you. That takes us to the top of the round and our break.
Sounds good.
Yes.
Wait. So do we see him or?
No, he's outside. And I'm going to get the other maps set up real quick. us to the top of round 9. I did not mean to move this down with Wyatt. Blissfully unaware of what is going on, because I think he was like 5 feet off the ground when he played with us last, and I haven't brought him back down yet.
Put his total height at 6 feet.
Yes. Why on earth? Ignore that, Chronometon. Oh my god, Fantasy Grounds is being a pain in my dick right now. There we go. Alright. He is going to continue fighting this guy. With a 22 to hit, that is going to be... Okay, the High Worm Collar takes 19 points of damage, 14 slashing, 5 radiant. That brings us to Owl and Chronometon, with Billy on deck.
I'm gonna move this map out of the way real quick. So Chronometon's gonna go ahead and continue moving with the kid. So over to here. And he's... Cultist 30 is dead, right?
I believe he... Yes, he is.
Okay.
I just forgot to delete him.
So then I'm going to go ahead and move my hand over to the worm collar, and even though it's already restrained, just kind of find a spot that isn't already gooed up and squeeze from there.
Okay. And with that, I'll allow just roll damage because he's pretty stuck.
Works for me. He's already restrained anyways. No sense in double restraining.
Ah,
10 points of magic bludgeoning damage to the High Worm Collar. Beautiful.
And I think that's going to be all for now.
Okay. No movement?
I just did my movement. It was
Oh, that's right.
I just got out of the circle.
That's right. I don't know why I thought you were right there when you started.
Oh. I'm going to move the owl actually.
Okay.
Start getting it out of here. So I think I was over here. So I'm going to move it 30 feet here and then dive down 20 feet.
Beautiful. That brings us to Billy.
well, off these two doubt men, like a couple of kegs and 5, 10, 15 grunted out. Ugh.
I love it because with the silence you guys would hear like with the rumbling, the clomp clomp of his hooves, and then nothing, and then clomp clomp. Ugh.
How are they so dense for their size?
It's a dwarf thing. Okay. No dash
Too much
action.
cake.
No such thing.
I guess, yeah. Take the dash action. You're right. Thank you.
Of course.
I guess we're there.
Okay. Beautiful. Rendolph, seeing what is going on, is going to hi-ho the fuck out of here.
Better take girl child. One of these dwarves is getting left behind.
Just give me the 2 doors. You can take girl child. I'll trade.
Oh, your token's under there.
Yeah.
I just was like, Grace just
It's
left.
easier to remember that I'm carrying something if I have something on top of me that I have to move.
Okay.
Or else I'll forget that I'm carrying anybody.
Oh my god, you're
I
ready
just
for
thought you
motherhood.
just left.
She said,
Ew,
fuck this
no.
child.
Gross.
So that brings us to Sen. You are prone, so it'll be half of your movement speed to stand up. Oh, and Rindolv would yell out, I don't know what his voice would have sounded like. It's gonna collapse. We should go, Gravely.
I've been with before. The stone comes down and hits you in the head. It makes you go boom.
I saw what it did to that guy.
We don't want that.
No.
I'm gonna like end the silence first of all, just
Okay.
to make sure that I can hear it all. Yell out to him that we need to go, just on the off chance he doesn't realize it, and
Okay.
call my rope back to me as I'm getting up, and hopefully I can reach it before I start running out.
Yeah, I'd say you'd be
Wyatt,
able to grab
sacrifice
it.
yourself for us.
Sweet.
Above the table, that's what's gonna happen. But it's funny because as you drop silence, you hear Wyatt just like saying all these like things to this guy. Like he's been talking shit this whole time, even though nobody could hear him. So now you just hear between the rumbles like this angry mouseling, and it's like squeaking and stuff because he's speaking in Mousekin rather than Common. So it's a lot of angry squeaking.
Oh, that's.
He's
That's
so
hilarious.
adorable.
Squeak you right in your squeaker.
Well,
Squeak your mom too. I'll squeak her hard.
We're gonna squeak them all.
Right in front of your squeaking dad.
Gonna squeak her in the mouth.
Mhm.
oh no.
Wyatt and Nate would never say that, but it's fun to think about. Okay, so you're using half your speed to get up. Using your it's a bonus action to recall the rope, correct?
I actually no idea.
Let me double check. I think it is. Doo-ba-doo-ba-doo. Yeah, so as a bonus action, you can command it to come back. It's within range, so you have 15 feet of
Sweet.
movement if you want to run 15 feet away.
I think I'm gonna start doing that. Yeah, they seem like they have everyone. They're pretty strong. I rely on them. I'm not, so I'm just gonna dash on out of here.
I love that you continue to let Billy carry 2 people and walk out free hands. By no means, you don't
I'll
change
help
anything.
afterwards. he's a lot stronger than me. I know firsthand.
Okay, that brings
Yeah,
us
you do.
to Grace.
Is carrying 2 children the same thing where I only get half my movement penalties?
Well, she is technically a full-grown human. She's 17.
That's a
Oh.
child.
I mean, yes, but also their
Go ahead.
stature is a little bit different than children. Let's see. We're gonna roll for girth. No, don't like the way that sounded. She's in the 79th percentile of people her age, so she is full-size human. So
She's got those big birthing hips.
yeah, that just kind of smack you in the face.
I
as you
don't
run.
like this conversation anymore. I'm gonna switch the daughter for the two dwarves and start moving down.
Okay. Beautiful. I was gonna say because
You
of
can
like
have
your
your
push
favorite.
and pull and stuff, I wouldn't like what's the word? Oh my god, punish you more. It would just still be the half movement speed. Alright, so you're taking
I
the
still can't
dwarves.
believe you have the biggest diggest on stuff. I will keep moving. Have movement, so I'm gonna throw a fucking javelin at the fucker.
Okay. If you roll a nat 1, I'm gonna say it hits Wyatt.
YOLO.
Fair.
Wait, I have advantage to
You
hit.
do.
I will crit fish.
Do it. Oh, it was so close.
So
21.
close.
Okay, that is a hit.
Schmack. And then I would move 15 feet down.
Beautiful. And let me double check something on here.
I'm double fisting dwarves.
I'm so glad that that was the word out of your mouth. Because I forgot you had traded the children or the child for the dwarf.
Yes.
Where did
Get them
it
both on your
go?
shoulders.
Oh, sorry about it. That brings us to.
Oh, I didn't tell you. Oh, Grace, I didn't tell you. They're not wearing pants.
You just got dirty dwarf dick in your face.
Ew.
I don't know
And
why
then
the
she will
man-
start dragging them on the floor by their feet. So she's now carrying them by their feet with their heads dragging on the ground.
Ooh.
I don't want to
okay.
see it, and I don't want to even. Ew. Gross.
She said ill. So doo 10-foot radius. Okay, he is no longer charmed.
Wait. I will be dragging them by their collar. It's not their feet. I would be drawing you with human chalk, and I don't want to do that.
Oh my god. Okay. Oh, it's a sphere,
You
not
think
a
that's their feet.
square. Oh my god. Let me put this
Bro.
circle down.
Damn. Doors be packing.
Good things come on. Nope, don't like that. Alright, let me move this circle.
They all have the same middle name. So
Richard.
first name, Tripod. Roxy.
I need Constitution saving throws from Grace, Sin, and Billy. With silence having been dropped, you hear some chanting and laughter coming from the high worm collar, kind of breaking through the crumbling. Okay. And as he begins to speak out loud in an unfamiliar language, there is
Is he still mad?
no. Randolph dropped the concentration and started to fucking run. He said, "Fuck that shit, I'm out."
Oh, okay.
In his mind, oh, there's silence. He can't do anything anyway. That mouse guy's over there beating the shit out of him. I'm out. So he's calling that worm. You guys each hear, and Chronometon, you hear it as well, but you're not part of the cool kids club right now.
Never am.
There's an intense, painful ringing sound that kind of bursts up through the ground and seems to kind of engulf you as he casts Shatter. You guys all succeeded, so you will take half of this. And that is 3d8. So 4 points of damage for you, Grace.
That's 8.
Yes. Wait, did you say 8? That's double.
As in, I have only 8 wounded.
Oh, okay.
She'll just kind of like shakes her head. What is that ringing?
God damn it. So that's going to end his turn. That brings us to the Winter Wolf, who is going to be outside. Let's see. Ooh, a natural 20. By the way, that's my second one for the night. No big deal. He is gonna book it. So we'll just get rid of that.
At least it's not anything that's necessarily going to hurt us.
Yeah. Neither one of them have been, thankfully for you guys. And that brings us to this guy. You hear another loud, bestial roar, and there's another tremble from the top of the cavern. More debris begins to break off, falling around you all in pieces. No save necessary this round. Brings us to the top of the round. I think Wyatt seeing that would get one more punch in, and then, or one more swing in, and then go to flee. That is a hit. As the Great Wormcaller, High Wormcaller, it takes 15 points of slashing and 1 point of radiant, and then he is going to begin to fly. Yep, that ends his turn, bringing us to Owl, Chronometon, and Billy.
Seeing the, I'm assuming I saw the Wormcaller use magic, right?
You would have definitely seen it coming from behind, yeah.
So I don't know if this is something that can be done. It's not, you know, something that's within the mechanics of the spell normally.
Mm-hmm.
But is it possible to have the hand try and grasp to try and restrain their arms?
Let me double check the size of it and all that good stuff. Give me just a second.
It is a medium hand.
A medium, like medium creature medium? Like the size of a medium creature?
I believe it. Yeah, I believe it's the size of a medium creature.
Yeah, I'd allow it. Go ahead and target him and roll the DC or the save for him.
Sure. I think I'm selecting the owl. 1 second.
Not the owl.
There we go. Save.
With an 18, he's able to maintain one of his hands free. I'll give you one. You took his strong hand.
No complaints from me. Does it do it any disadvantage? I can't remember if restraint does that or not.
Let me double check.
Oh, it's dexterity. Never mind.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think it's an automatic fail for dexterity.
Mm-hmm.
So in that case, I'm just gonna do the damage, which I guess in this case would be halved.
I'll allow it to do full damage. 6, so I'll add another 3. I just had you roll to see if you were able to restrain both arms. So I'll allow full damage. So that puts us here. Okay. He calls out in pain, screams a bit, but then continues to laugh, and begins speaking again in that same unfamiliar tone. Tongue, not tone.
He's just being sassy.
Yes, he is. He's Mr. Sassy Pants.
And for the children that were moving, I'm assuming that we're using like grappling in this case since they're like unconscious and normal size.
Essentially.
I don't know if it changes. Okay.
I mean, it won't change anything mechanically for you guys other than the movement speed, unless you're doing like two-handed weapon attacks or something like that.
Okay. In that case, then I'm just going to keep dragging the children. Well, the one child.
Okay.
And we'll see that my path is blocked, so I'm just going to be lined up behind Grace here.
Conga line. All right, that brings us to Billy.
Right, well, now I can move my full speed now because of Fast Wrestler.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
But I'm half speed because I'm moving through all of these people who are blocking the way. I'm back. Use my big old butt, like, excuse me,
Yeah.
and Excuse me.
And up
Oh,
until you get
excuse
to
me.
Grace, if they're willing to like step aside and let you through, I won't make it be half your movement because it's an ally. So if they kind of scooch aside, that'll just be normal movement. Grace will be halved if you can get through with their big old
Yeah,
dwarf
alright.
dragon ass.
There. And then I guess I will use my I will use my action to dash to
Okay.
get out of the cave.
Okay, I'm gonna move you to this map and place you because fantasy ground. So you're gonna be right here behind him. Let me move girl, who is also with you.
So, where in relation is this massive dragon head?
So, as you come out of the cave and you look upwards to see what could potentially be the cause of all this ruckus, you see up atop the mountain, and it's up a few hundred feet.
Okay.
So it's up 500 feet. On not the peak of the mountain, but one of the higher hill crests of the mountain. I don't even know if that's the right term, but one of the peaks of the mountain. And you look up and you see this massive white winged creature. You obviously know it's a dragon. Scales are white and opalescent, sheeny and shiny in the cold air. Icy blue eyes, and he is unfurling his wings. And for now, seems to be unaware of you coming out for this moment.
Drop back to the cave. I'm like, we're leaving. Let's get the fuck out of here. No, we'll finish my movement heading towards, I don't know exactly where the cart is, but
Okay,
towards the
so
cart.
the cart, you guys had put, it would be just right over here. Why is this not drawing? Just off the map in this direction, where that green line is.
Okay.
So I'd say maybe 15 feet off the map.
Okay.
That brings us to him. Oh, I accidentally skipped. Seeing that, he is going to fucking panic, and he is just gonna book it. And then I think he has this. Let me double check this. I think he does.
Thank you for your assistance, mysterious stranger. I hope we never see you again.
Best of luck to you. This is more than I bargained for.
I know, Grace is a lot.
Yeah, that bitch is weird. You should ditch her. Close the cave before she gets out. So he's just going to continue running. And for game's sake, not really knowing you, you guys haven't had a chance to, like, Kiki, Kai Kai get to know each other, introductions. We're just going to have him run off into the foliage of the forest around you guys. That brings us to Sin. So you guys hear Billy call back down the corridor. It's time to fucking go.
Sweet. Am I able to push past Grace and go through?
Yeah,
Or-
that'll take a
Okay, sweet.
half a movement in that area. But as long as she's willing to move and adjust the dwarves, you can get by.
All right, yeah, I'm gonna try to get on through that.
Okay.
As far out as I can possibly get.
So you're going to want to dash.
Yep.
Okay, let me switch your maps. Hold on. 5, 20, 25, 30, 35. That puts you... Come on. Just a little ahead of Billy right there.
All right. As long as I'm not really in the way of everyone, that'll be good.
Alright. If Grace and the dwarves aren't in the way, I think you'll be okay. And you two see this giant beast atop one of the peaks of the mountain. for those viewing, let me share this map. And then the green line down here, just about 15-20 feet past that, is where the cart is in the tree line. And that brings us to Grace.
I will keep throwing javelins because I need to keep my rage up.
And you have like 1,000,000 with your little hoarding ass.
I do.
That is a miss.
Sad, and I'll move my full movement down.
Okay. So are you dash actioning to get the 30 feet?
I only get 15 feet.
Oh, that's right. 'Cause
I
you just
attack,
use
I
your
don't have-
action.
I don't have dash
Excuse
action.
my. Sorry. I was just testing you. You passed. Well done.
Yay. And I will make sure I'm carrying 2 doors with my left hand so the right side is open so anybody can squeeze through.
Okay, perfect. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. So he is going to, and he is laughing maniacally right now. And what he is going to do, okay, he used that one. Chronometon, high or low?
Low.
Good call. He is going to no longer target here. Why is this? Fantasy Grounds is being a pain in my dick. I'm sorry. So he's going to target Wyatt. And you hear a single word that you understand as he calls out in common, "Stay." And Chronometon, as you turn back to see what is taking place, bracing yourself for another spell to be cast, you watch Wyatt stop moving forward as command is cast.
Well,
Could have been you. Alright. That
glad it only lasts one turn.
Yep. That brings
Hopefully that's
us
not enough to kill him.
to the dragon that only 2 of you are aware of.
We didn't see the dragon above us?
Once you're out of the cave, you will. You will. I put him on the map so that way I would remember that when his turn, because I rolled to see how many rounds once the ritual was completed till he came up, and my tracker I have it set up to skip hidden characters. So I didn't want to forget that he was automatically being skipped, so I just put him there as a placement holder for myself. And when I shared him on the combat tracker, it shared him on there, but he's actually outside on one of the lower peaks of the mountain.
Okay, sorry, I misunderstood. I thought he was appearing from like above us while we were inside of the cave, like through a hole or something.
No. If I had been more present when I set this up, I would have made the cavern much bigger so I could have, but because this is so small, that would have most likely been a very poor ending to that situation for you guys, so I wanted to give you guys a chance and not just shit all over you guys with a giant dragon appearing inside this small cavern.
Yeah, no one wants to get covered in dragon shit.
No, we've already been covered in sticky, crusty goo and Lord knows what else. Okay. So Billy and Sin, as you guys are outside, you can see, feel, and hear the beating of the wings of this large beast as he launches himself off the peak of the mountain here and starts to gain elevation. Those of you inside, Grace, Wyatt, Chronometon, there's another tremendous tremor from within the cavern as more of the ceiling begins to break off. I need another dexterity saving throw from the 3 of you, please.
I'm gonna inspo that.
Okay.
I think it was like solid.
Beautiful. Did either of you want to answer those?
Nah.
Okay. So you guys will all take 7 points of bludgeoning damage as the ceiling of this cavern begins to collapse even further. And this is not just pieces breaking loose. You can hear the breaking and the shattering of the integrity of the structure of this as more and more bits of the ceiling begin to break off and kind of domino effect from the point of liftoff forward. You are all three knocked prone and have taken the 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Sorry, I did just remember something. I don't know if I can still use it. I have the balance chaos thing to change the roll to a 10 instead of the 7.
Absolutely. All right, so you are not prone, and you do
Oh,
not take that
perfect.
damage.
Neat. I'm gonna do that.
Prone, that'll be coming off pretty soon now. Okay. And that brings us to the top of the round with Wyatt, who is going to use half of his movement speed to get up. And he is going to fly forward. And he's going to shout to you, Chronometon and Grace, leave! Get out while you can! And he is going to ready an action. That brings us to Chronometon.
All right. So with the rocks falling, just for flavor purposes, I'm kind of seeing it as Chronometon was originally hit, but then there was kind of a brief rewind moment where eventually it's gonna just barely sidestep it in time, and dragging the child along the way. Just fit through Grace and keep running through the exit here.
Okay. And I will move you and Child B to the other map.
I think I'm gonna make it just to the exit.
Yeah.
And as I'm going out, I'm still going to continue that earthen grasp and see if I can continue trying to restrain his arms.
Absolutely. Go ahead and do the roll again. Let me move your owl.
Am I still targeting?
I
there we go.
believe so. Biggest.
Oh, it's not letting me target. I guess because I'm on the other map.
Target him from the combat tracker if you can. You should be able to control left click on there. And if not, then I'll do it for you.
Okay, now
Yeah,
it
you got
is.
him.
So I guess I can't physically do it on the map, but from the combat tracker still works. Buttons.
He failed.
Lots of buttons.
Both arms are not
Perfect.
restrained, which your owl would see and report back to you.
Ow.
Ooh, ooh. I guess that's more pigeony. Ooh.
Woo!
Who's restrained?
Ha ha ha.
You're so dumb. 8 points of magic bludgeoning damage. Make sure that takes place. Beautiful.
Perfect.
I moved the owl
And
to
I
this
think
map
that'll
too. I
be-
assumed he was coming.
Yeah, he'd be kind of just tailing behind a bit.
Okay. Perfect.
So that's a good spot for him.
Tail feathering behind.
Boo.
That brings us to Billy. And you see that all of the animals, the horses and the ox, are all freaking out at this point, fighting against the restraints because you had tied them off. And they are very panicked, trying to rear back and break free. Unsuccessfully. You tied knots like a Boy Scout.
5:30. Let's see. I will get to there.
Okay.
With-
Beautiful.
Movement and dash action.
Beautiful. Then what we will do, So before I pull up another map, I'm assuming getting the animals ready to ride and hauling ass out back towards town?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
Grabbing restraints and gently setting girl child in the back of the cart.
Okay. From here on out, we will theater of the mind things that we're running, but stay on this map. So we'll move you guys down, and then as you guys progress forward, we'll move you back up to the top and just know that you're actually ahead of everybody. Okay. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. So that brings us to Sin. With Grace on deck.
Right. Yeah, I'm just gonna follow everyone running down towards there.
Beautiful.
Dashing to get a more extra movement as well.
Okay.
The rope was picked up. Yeah, it's not
Correct.
actually
Correct.
left down there. Okay, yeah, I just wanted to
Correct.
make sure to
Yes.
so that token there doesn't. Yeah.
Yeah. No, you are good. And I've got a token
Alright,
on
cool,
here
cool.
as well. I'll make it visible for you. It's actually with you. It's on your person. You had recalled it.
Oh, okay,
we
good.
will-
Just wanted to make sure of that.
With your next turn, are you going to be helping get the animals untethered and loading up?
Oh, 1000% yes.
Perfect. Okay. That brings us to Grace.
Grace I did take damage, so my rage is still up. I don't need to attack anymore. Is gonna get up, half movement, turn to Wyatt. You should come with us, and then run out of the cave.
Go ahead and roll persuasion for me as I move you to the new map.
Would that be advantage because we did get closer together as a group?
No.
Okay. Understandable.
A hero's work is never done.
No,
Boo! Come join us. You don't die for the.
I just had something.
Also,
really
the
cool
cave
to
is
say.
coming down.
But if we stop him, maybe it will end whatever's happening.
I don't think so. I think the dragon's already here. Just saying. Because I hear a lot of flapping and panic horses. I could probably hear the panic horses, right?
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, the oxen.
Absolutely.
There's
Above
a
the
lot
table.
of animal panic.
Above the table, your deity speaks in your mind and says that flopping is just the pantsless dwarves.
Never mind. God said that was. Never mind. You do you, boy. Have fun.
Alright, so we've got you and the dwarves out. That is going to bring us So you guys hear this from outside as it echoes down the corridor after you. That scratchy voice, that laughter. It sounds mad. This guy is fucking crazy. As he shouts out as the ceiling continues to crumble and collapse, ultimately muting his words and laughter. This is just the beginning. And then, boom, ceiling dead. Allegedly. Okay, that brings us to him. Let's see.
A poopy continued sign comes up.
So, Grace and Chronometon, if you guys were looking up and assessing the situation as you guys are fleeing the cave itself, you see this dragon who has just taken flight up above as he is scanning, and he begins to sniff the air. And you watch, and you can feel his icy gaze as his eyes set down on the lot of you. And you hear a very guttural laugh. No, that sounds like Jabba. We're not doing that.
Do it.
That is is not what this dragon sounds like. This is not canon.
It's canon now.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
oh, Puto Hano Solo.
Oh, god damn it. I hate the stuff that comes out of my mouth. Yeah, so Jabba the Hutt has taken notice of you guys. And there's a quick gleam, flicker of evil excitement as he begins to descend, drawing nearer. That brings us to the top of the round. We are going to do... Ooh. He rolled a 3 on his dex save, by the way, as the ceiling continues to collapse. As the High Worm Caller had made his last stand and proclaimed that this was just the beginning, that this is not nearly close to being over, Wyatt begins to call out after you guys, "Wait for me!" And you hear the crumbling of rock before everything within the cave goes silent.
Squeak.
We've got to do some rolls for that later.
Grace is just gonna be like, well, sorry, bud.
Can that
Chronometon's behind me. He should have helped.
can that crushing be non-lethal? That brings us to Owl and Chronometon.
I guess there's not a way for me to tell through the earthen grass if what I'm holding is not there.
Correct.
So I don't see anybody that I can reach right now, so I guess just remotely I'm just gonna keep squeezing.
Shmoy.
I don't know if he's alive or not, but I don't want him to come back later.
The world may never know.
So,
Go ahead and roll damage to apply what may or may not need to be applied.
did it show up?
Yep.
5.
Okay.
Yes. Is it real like slow and finicky on your guys' end too, or is it just my setup?
It's happening to me at least, but I don't know if it's my computer or not. I'm noticing it's using a lot of
A bit laggy.
It's a bit.
Okay, yeah, it's been real laggy on my end too. I hate it. Stupid hobbitses. Okay. After your little tug and squeeze, anything else?
just gonna bring the boy along and move my distance here.
Beautiful.
And then
Dash, right?
I was using my action to do the squeeze.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
It's the
I
good
don't know
old
why I feel like
classic
he's gonna end
grab
up
and go.
misstepping. I don't trust this guy to somehow like teleport. Well, I guess he would have probably already done it by now.
True. Hypothetically, if he did teleport, he'd be out of the squeeze anyways.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm just gonna be over here, and then Owl will be just scanning the general area for any other threats aside from the very obvious one.
Okay, I'm glad you said that because I was going to be a real dick. Please give me a perception check.
And Owl has +5, and I think was it advantage?
I think on sight it is.
Just double checking. I thought there was something. Yeah, it's not showing up on here, but there was a keen hearing thing.
Okay, yeah. Then if you have the keen hearing, then yeah, you roll with advantage.
So I'm gonna post the link just to show that I'm not lying. But yeah, I'm gonna roll first just so we can get that done.
Beautiful. Okay. with a 17. As you have your owl kind of circling around, scanning the area, listening intensely for any other signs of threat or anything of the sort. There is a lot going on. You hear the panic of the livestock. You hear the panic of Sen and Billy as they are trying to keep their cool and get the animals untethered and ready to go. Every once in a while calling out, "Come on guys, let's go, hurry the fuck up." The dragging of the bodies of the dwarves and the little bit of the settling that's taking place from within the cavern. You see the footsteps, the tracks of the unknown companion who took off running the other direction. But you do not see or hear anything else in the area, save for the obvious. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Anything else for your turn, dear?
Oh no, that should be it.
Okay. Let me double check Leo's. Beautiful.
Then get on Clyde. He's the less wily one. And then I'll turn the wagon and drive it this way to go pick up my friends.
Oh, okay.
Get on, bitches.
I imagine you're drifting.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm taking that turn and just full on Tokyo drifting it around the corner.
I was gonna say Tennessee drifts. Okay. So, Sin, do you mount Clyde?
Oh, 100% the moment he says, I'm like, all right, let me trust and hope that this goes well.
Okay. Sin, beautiful. That brings us to Grace. Do you dump the dwarves and hop on?
I don't think I can reach the. Yeah, I can't reach them within one turn.
Okay.
I will go as far as I can.
Okay.
Also, I would at this point drop my crate. So, how big is my crate actually?
I mean, standard crate size. I'd say like yay wide and
3 feet by 3 feet by 3 feet.
yeah,
Something like that.
roughly, yeah.
Is
I
it
don't
big
know.
enough to fit a 2 standard size? Wait.
It's
Is
not big enough to fit one standard sized dwarf without breaking some stuff. Unless they were very, very flexible. Would you like to roll for flexibility and use that as your action to see if you can shove this dwarf in a box with all your other stuff?
I really do, but I'm not going.
Okay.
I would drop my crate at this point,
Wow.
and point at it and try to make it look as shiny as possible. Look, shiny! And then I will run.
Roll for distraction, I guess. Persuasion?
Yes? Yes, persuasion.
Roll for shiny.
Roll for shiny. It's so shiny. It's the shiniest.
What'd you
Roll
roll?
for Dragon Strike.
It's an 8.
An eight.
You did say this dragon was stupid, so... White dragons are stupid. That's what Grace said. And then I would do dash movement. I wouldn't get on the cart because I would be here, technically, and I'll throw the dwarves on the cart.
Okay. Also,
But I can't get on the cart.
I gotta say, I have mad respect that you left the crate and not the dwarves, because I was wondering for a second which one was gonna get left behind. Alright, so they are now on the cart. That is going to bring us to him. And he is going to dash action. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. And what he actually does, because this is fucking cool, is as he has taken flight, he's not like full on up in the air. He's gone up maybe, 50 feet from where he was initially perched. And upon spotting you guys, he lands back down those 50 feet, and you watch as he begins to swiftly climb down the side of the mountain, going almost completely vertical at a couple points as he is like slithering down. There you can hear the cracking of the icy stone beneath his claws. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. So he was up
Now he's just showing off.
500, and he's going to dash action, which puts us, hold on, I got a math. 80, 160. Beautiful. Okay. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. And that is going to end his turn. How high up does this go?
I would assume infinite.
Perfect. Okay. That ends his turn, bringing us to the top of the deck with Owl and Chronometon.
I guess I'm gonna run.
Okay.
So I'm gonna run and dash action. Should be enough to let me reach. And jump into that cart as he drifts in.
Beautiful. So, quick question above the table. You said you guys are going to be rushing back towards Phandelver? Okay. I'm assuming everybody's getting in the cart and hauling ass, or on a horse, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
I imagine we'd be kind of watching for if the dragon is like following us, so that we don't just,
Lead it directly towards people.
Okay.
it just cause everybody's deaths and then not even save our own lives in the process.
Beautiful. So then what we will do here, if you guys are okay with it, rather than doing play-by-play to see like how far you guys get versus how far he gets kind of thing, we'll kind of streamline and theater of the mind. So as you guys load into the cart, Billy, go ahead and give me an animal handling check. The DC will be a little bit higher because of the panic, but you've established a rapport with these animals, so that is being taken into consideration.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and use the owl to like monitor the dragon as we're going.
Perfect, okay.
It's not gonna follow our direct path just in case it ends up spotting the owl instead.
Okay.
But it's gonna try and report back to me.
Okay. Billy, when everybody is on the cart, these animals are quick to follow your lead and nope the fuck out of this. We're going to roll for distraction for the dragon with the owl versus you guys. Okay. So as you guys begin to rush out of this area, rushing through the trees, are you guys sticking to the main road or just straight point A to point B, navigating through the foliage and everything?
I would say staying on the road because it's probably easier with the cart. Don't want to get it stuck.
Okay, beautiful. I say that a lot when I'm in DM mode. Sorry, guys. It's real repetitive and redundant.
It's also repetitive and redundant.
It really is. It's so redundant and repetitive, but it's beautiful. Okay.
I actually never noticed it.
Hopefully no one else has either. I've realized that I say it a lot. That or like perfect. Okay.
I haven't noticed, but
Now you will. You're welcome.
There's only so many weapons.
Yeah, Yes. So let's see. Doop, doop, doop.
It's your catchphrase.
One of them. Okay, so as you guys are quickly navigating your way back towards Phandelver, you don't need to roll perception for yourself or the owl. It's a big fucking dragon. It's hard to miss. So, save of getting a natural one, which I'm not even going to risk for you guys because that would be fucking terrible. The dragon watches momentarily as he's begun to clamber down the side of the mountain, and you see his neck kind of stretch out to watch you guys continue before he lunges off and takes flight. We are going to do yes. Okay, making that. He begins to quickly catch up with you. The oxen and horses obviously are a lot faster for you guys to use for traveling, especially in the heat of the moment like this. But the snow is thick and the roads are a little slick, so you're not gaining as much ground as you normally would under the normal weather and situation of what Phandelver should be. And as the dragon passes over, I need a Constitution save from each and every one of you, please.
Can I see this coming?
If you're looking
Oh no,
back,
not the Sucks Constitution. Sorry.
you're good.
I got one more.
I can also chronal shift it,
Okay.
so I'm gonna do that for your save.
Okay. What does that do?
You get one more.
One more? Alright.
Yes.
I don't know if that's enough.
Okay. It will be in this instance. Between the movement of you guys and then as you guys are on the main road, there are going to be bits and pieces of the road where the trees kind of stretch over and provide a little bit of an umbrella of sorts, which will kind of soften the blow a bit. Did anybody get under a 15?
I did.
Do you want an inspo?
Oh, not after you said that, no.
No? Okay.
That definitely sounds like the DM voice a bit.
Are you?
Oh, God. I think I should have fuck.
Question.
Yes.
Does the unconscious people in our cart automatically fail?
Do you do anything to cover or protect them?
Tina raising her hand, asking if they're gonna collect homework.
I'm so sorry.
You said we had a pop
Yes?
quiz today.
Okay. So if you are covering them, Grace, which you'll big ass, them big birthing hips that will not ever birth, they will take half damage, as do all of you who saved. As the dragon does a quick flyby and you hear a guttural gang gang, as it shoots out an icy blast of pure bone-chilling pain. Those of you who saved take 28 points of, I'm so sorry, Sin, of cold damage.
Oh, no, by all means, he tried.
Well, that's cold.
Sin, you take the full damage. You, unless somebody is able to stabilize you, would be in death saving throws.
Grace will try to mend him to not just unconscious. It's fine. So he's not doing death save. Stabilize. That's the word.
What do you do to stabilize him?
I do the usual bandaging up whatever I can to make sure there's no frostbite. Warm him up with my bosom. Yep.
Bruh.
I hate it here. Why is that the first thing that came into my mind?
Definitely
Because
not
you
your
are
hand.
who you are.
Just like a big bear hug to everybody that needs like a big woof of warmth.
Okay, Sid.
Chronometon has firebolt.
Yes, fireball the cart.
Yes, do that. Do
Do
that.
it. Do it. Don't
As
be
in
a
set
bitch.
something on fire to warm. Like a torch that I have.
Okay. So Sid, you are stable. You will not be making death saving
Oh,
throws,
yes.
but you are unconscious and prone. Good night and sweet dreams, my
Load him in the
friends.
cart.
Oh, that's right. You were on the fucking
Potion of
horse.
healing.
That's
Yeah, I was
right.
about to
That's
say.
right.
Wait, I have a healing potion. I forgot.
So that would require. Okay, we're gonna have to play this a little bit differently because I have it written on my notes, but I was so focused on everything else. He's on the horse. He's not in the cart with you guys. So as this blast takes
He
place,
fucked.
you would see Grace if you're paying attention as you kind of look back up after guarding the bodies of the children and the dwarves. You watch this blast hit Sin from behind. He just takes a full blast from behind. And he is knocked off the horse. He is knocked off of Clyde. And his body falls into the snow. Clyde continues running, keeping pace with you guys.
Took the full load from behind.
Yeah, Sen just fell off his horse. I'm gonna go get him. And Grace will hop off, run towards the body, make sure the body is as warm as she can, and start running with the cart. At least try to.
Yeah.
All right, with half movement.
Kentucky can do a Kentucky 180.
Bring it back around.
Whatever that is.
We're going to
yes.
drift.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is amazing.
That's fucking awesome. I'm so glad that you have control of that. I always forget about the soundboard until you guys use it, and then it's like there's always just tasty little treats in there. All right, so Clyde is unmounted and running. You guys have Kentucky Fucky gotten Sin, put him back on the cart, and then continuing towards Phandelver.
Yep.
Beautiful.
I will second wind and
Oh, that feels
heal
bad.
1 point. Beautiful.
That feels
maybe-
bad.
R.I.P.
Pretty bad. Oh.
I will allow you to
And I'll
re-roll
take
once.
Shot of whiskey too.
Okay, that works as well.
Let's see what do I get for that. That's
I just
actually
have to
pretty
see.
decent. That's
I was just curious.
way more than I thought it was.
With your item?
It's 44 plus 4.
Dang.
Yeah, that thing's pretty badass, right? So that's 17 plus your 1,
Yep.
18 total. Very
Oh,
nice.
no.
And then
Back
you
to there.
said you're administering a potion of healing to Sen.
He's probably better conscious than unconscious.
Better
So
off
yes.
rolling death saving throws.
Just let him die. It'll be
I will
fine.
carefully make sure every single drop of this potion is in his body, so he gets full.
That does
What were we doing?
not.
Full potion things?
That's only on your
You know what's
turn
more
to
effective
administer
If you
it.
administer it rectally.
Yes. So when you take a potion of healing on your turn, if you bonus action you roll, if you use your whole action, then you get the full benefits. When you administer it, you still have to roll, especially in a scenario like this where you guys are you're good, hun, or are panicked and
Damn.
everything like that. But it was a good try.
Damn. 1d4 plus 4 for normal?
Mhm.
Or is that 2d4?
I think it's one. Let me double check. Now you got me second guessing. Hold on.
2d4
I don't
plus 2.
remember.
The regular one's 2d4 plus
2d4.
2.
Okay. So
Well, that sucks.
7.
Plus 2.
So that.
Crate still around?
Oh, you guys left the crate back.
Yeah, no, the crate is no longer there. But the things that I have on me.
Yeah, I know you had
Instead
said
of
you
the
gave
crate.
the crate separately and had categorized
Yeah.
it. So I am going to take ownership of that.
I'm gonna miss the crate.
R.I.P.
Maybe we'll pick it up when we all die and have to restart Shattered Obelisk.
Yeah, right.
It's been around up.
So, if you guys are okay with it, I know it's a few minutes early, but I think this is a good place to wrap and then come back next week to streamline to Phandelver and see what's going on.
Sounds good.
Okay.
It's still there, not
Sweet.
destroyed by a badass dragon.
I did roll a
Yeah, just keep
percentile
hoping.
dice earlier.
Yeah.
If it feels like the dragon is like constantly following us, I do want to try and see if I can just sacrifice my owl to try and distract it a little bit.
Roll for distraction.
I think if it seems like it's definitely following us, maybe we try and find like a cave or
Yeah.
like some sort of dense lots of trees to maybe hide in.
So for right now, it does not seem to be following you. I can't English. Oh my god. Oh my god. As it had flown over and done its drive by.
Envelope everywhere.
So it had like swooped down and done its cold breath and gone back up and continued flying to the north, towards the north. So it looks like it's heading in the direction of Phandelver. Not necessarily to there. Of course not. Why would it go to Phandelver in a campaign about Phandelver? But it is flying the same direction you guys are heading, but ahead of you at this point.
Go to Neverwinter. There's much better treasure there.
And it's never winter, it's always summer.
Mhm.
So stupid, sorry. I say dumb shit.
I wish I stole that book now.
For those of you guys that were watching the stream, thank you for hanging out. We will be back next week at 7 Eastern instead of 8. We're going to get a little extra fun time in. Have a good night. Bye.